there for you, so you know. So you know.
What's up, people? Welcome to Bulldozer TV, and this is a special edition just focused on Chelsea. Chelsea drew with Qarabag in the Champions League, and it was quite an abysmal display. Everybody, including me, thought it was going to be a walk in the park against Qarabag, but it was quite an eyesore watching Chelsea conceding 2 goals. This is the thing I do not understand with Maresca. You know you are playing Qarabag. You know you have a game. Your next game is against Barcelona. So instead of you to take the 3 points, and then in case whatever happens in the Barcelona game, it wouldn't affect you, because you need to pick up the points so that when you meet the bigger teams and you go in for a draw, no one will complain, and then you even solidify your position to qualify into the next round. You talk about playing games, playing multiple games, playing the Club World Cup. So you want to play the Champions League where you are part of the top 8 teams, so that you don't play the qualifying round, so you get 2 less games to play. But then he made about 7 changes, playing Jarrell Heto at the back, which was quite an abysmal change, because Jarrell Heto, who I love, but he was quite the individual that causes. I would have played Jarrell Heto at the left back because he's good at the left back. He's short, so he's not good in the air, but then he's really good with passes. But today he was really, really terrible. And you know, centre back, Chelsea the whole season have not had a good centre back pairing, and we'll be keeping on changing and chopping and changing and chopping, trying to find a good fit. And we've still not had it, because even though they are fit, some of them are fit, after a game together, they change their partnership, and that is not how a team plays, and that is not how you get the cohesion. Because if you want to have the cohesion, if you want to have a link between the 2 partners, the centre back and then the goalkeeper, they need to play regularly. But then we keep on changing. Today you see Tosin and Achampon. Tomorrow you are seeing Fofana and Chaloba. The next day you are seeing Fofana and Tosin. And changing and chopping doesn't help, and that was the cause of the game. We considered 2 goals from defensive mistake and defensive lapses. And another thing, so it is about time we need to take the competition seriously. Every team is playing. Sometimes, we know we've played a lot of games, but sometimes you can start with your first 11, and when you've won the game comfortably, maybe after the first half or maybe 60 minutes in the game, then you can bring in the fringe players to also be match fit. But then starting the fringe players, and now when you are down and bringing in the regular players, it's like chasing the game, and that is where the whole system breaks down to the point that you are just chasing the game, and the players are all over the place. And that was what happened to Chelsea against Qarabag. It was an abysmal display. There is a problem with Maresca. He doesn't do well against low blocks. With this slow build-up play, it just makes the opposition just stay back, and they'll be in shape. Instead of first to put pressure on them, we keep on building up slowly, and building up slowly doesn't help anyone, because then the opposition is already in shape. There is no spaces for the players to run, and therefore there is no chances to create. And we have been in this situation against Sunderland. We saw the same problem against Qarabag, as we saw the same problem against what other team? Against Crystal Palace, and it becomes boring. It's even an eyesore watching Chelsea. It's an eyesore, to be honestly. Sometimes watching Chelsea, I don't really enjoy it. I only watch it because it is my team, but I don't really enjoy watching Chelsea because it's quite an eyesore, and it was a terrible game to watch today. On Saturday, we are playing Wolves, and I don't know what to expect. We only turn up against the big game, which is quite. How many big games do you have within a season? You have just a few big games. It's the smaller games that you can accumulate a lot of points. And we keep on throwing the games we are supposed to win away. And that is not going to benefit us if you want to win major trophies. And that is what is happening to Chelsea. And Maresca is at fault. Yeah, you can change players, you can put it, but there are games you don't change. Because after Qarabag today, we are going to meet Barcelona. We have a game with Napoli. We have a game with, I think, Atlanta. We have so many games difficult games that is coming on. So these are the games you need to pick all 3 points. And I don't know what happened, because after weekend, you are going on international break. You needed to use the players that are going to give you the point. Why rest the players for them to go to international, for them to play for their countries where they could get injuries easily? Why risk it? This is so... I don't know what is happening. I don't know what is happening. All the big teams mostly start with their first 11, and then they keep on, and then they change when they've won the game comfortably. But Chelsea, no. Maresca keep making 10, 7, 8, 10 changes every single game. Man, I was really pissed watching Chelsea today. It was an abysmal display. Hopefully, he learns from this, and starting from Saturday against Wolverhampton, he plays his first 11, and then when we are winning, he can change. That is my take on today's game. Actually, I was really pissed watching the game, but hopefully he changes. So as you know, this is Bulldozer TV. Hit the like button, subscribe, and let me know if you agreed with my reaction of today's game in the comments. Until then, peace, and see you next on my next Premier League predictions. It's Bulldozer TV. Cheers.